right, guys, joining me at this time is UFC featherweight Jacob Kilburn taking on Austin Lingo this next weekend at the Holloway vs. Cater card. Jacob, how you doing today?
Great. Feel good. Happy to be here.
Now, you're been through like a whirlwind. I mean, your 2020 has been crazy. You've been moving. You just recently moved to Florida the past year. Tell me how that whole transition's been for you.
It's been different and weird, getting adjusted to a new place, a new gym, new rules of the road, especially
Yeah.
with, coronavirus and all that kind of stuff. It's made everything just different, but it's been good. Change is good sometimes, and we're adjusted now. Got a good training camp, and I'm just ready to go. It's been a awkward and a difficult year, but a productive one for sure.
Now, you're originally from Tennessee, correct?
That's right. Yeah, Middle Tennessee.
How is the difference between Florida and Tennessee for you, besides obviously like the training aspects?
Yeah, I mean the people are different. In Tennessee, you might stop at like a four-way stop, and people will wave at you, and you don't know who they are.
Right.
In Florida, it's the Sunshine State, but it people act as if the sun hasn't shone in years. It's just they're little less friendly, and that part of that could be because of the pandemic and whatnot. But the roads are different. Everything's one way. You're constantly making U-turns. It's in Tennessee, you pretty much just do whatever you want. But a lot more sun, a lot warmer. Seems to be a lot more like people in the retired age. Everybody comes here to retire, I guess. A lot of diversity in the cultures. A lot of Brazilian people, a lot of Cubans. So it's been cool. You hear Portuguese and Spanish at the grocery store all the time. A lot of Jewish people here. So culturally, it's a lot more diverse. Just very different. But it's again, different's not bad. It's just it's cool.
No, 100%. Your last fight against Billy Quarantillo, you ended up dropping that debut. I believe you took that on short notice, correct?
9 days, yeah. Had to cut
9 days.
23
Yeah,
pounds.
crazy.
Hadn't trained in 6 weeks. Not the best circumstances.
But you went in there and showed a ton of heart. You know what I mean? Like he had you in some big predicaments that a lot of featherweights would have fallen at that point.
Yeah, it's not a good statistic to say that you took 140 shots in a fight, but I did. I was never hurt or rocked or anything. Defended 7 submissions until finally falling victim to a triangle. I was just so tired, I couldn't keep up. My mind was there. There was moments in the fight where I would be like, armbars coming, or dude, that's a terrible mount transition. You're never going to hit that. And then he would do it. I just, it wasn't because of like jitters or anything. I just, it doesn't matter what you have to like have the endurance and the cardio and, there's your lungs and your heart, but you also have muscular endurance. And you just, even in just taking like a couple weeks off of hard training, wrestling, going live, sparring, not doing your runs and all, like it affects you big time. So he was just putting on a pace, and his grappling pedigree is a little better than mine. He's a black belt, but man, I just couldn't keep up with him. He was one step ahead of me the whole time, and I got to demonstrate that I have a hard head, and I'm hard to finish, but as far as offense goes, I didn't get to show a whole lot. That's what this fight's about. I've got time to prepare, plenty of notice, so much different fight this time.
Now, for this fight against Billy Q, were you training at ATT already?
No. I wasn't training anywhere. But I was back. I was just at home, going to work or whatever. I was coming off of two back-to-back walk away, one-punch knockouts.
Yeah, huge knockout and eyelid fights.
Yeah, had some bulging disc issues, and me and my chiropractor just decided, we're just going to take off till the new year. You've really got to take care of your back. So I was going a couple times a week, getting a lot of work done, dry needling, a lot of adjustments, some electrotherapy done, and really trying to just get better because we knew the call was going to come at some point. and we already had a guaranteed spot on Contender, but they told us, you might get a short notice call, so be ready. And I was trying to get healthy so that I could get back into camp. And we ended up getting a phone call while I was in that process, but I was still living in Tennessee, and it was that loss that made me realize what happened tonight needs to be happening every day in the gym until it stops happening. So that's why we made the move.
I think you picked one of the best places to go there, ATT. Obviously, there's no shortcomings of great sparring partners for you.
Especially at my size, guys. 135, 145, 155. Champs, top 10 guys, champions in other organizations. They're murderers row. It's good, tough spot for my size, my guy. I think it's the best gym to go to.
Now, with your back, is everything better now?
Yeah, that was a couple weeks after the fight. It was like, okay, yeah, had a fight tonight, whatever. But we're just going to go right back into recovery. So it was just some things that had to get worked out. So yeah, everything's perfectly fine now. So yeah.
So this is your very first full training camp in the UFC, your first training camp at AT&T. Is it safe to assume that we're going to see the best version of Jacob Kilburn in in this next fight?
For sure. I mean, I've learned new stuff. I'm more aware. My fight IQ is higher in the striking and the grappling and the wrestling, understanding why we do and don't do certain things. Just tougher in general. Just going with guys taking my beatings for the first couple months. But I'll be in shape too. So I look at this as my UFC debut. And they do too. Sean, we have a good relationship with Sean. He knows my situation, coming into the match or whatever. This is my UFC debut. So, the other one was just a payday,
No, 100%. And obviously, with everything that's going on in 2020, a payday is not bad. With Austin, man, how was that situation? Did you guys, look at him? Was he kind of like picked for you, or was it like, just give me a name and let's fight?
We, no. And I mean, as far as the Austin thing goes, I didn't, that just happened like in a couple hours. I didn't know who he was or whatever. I was leaving sparring one night and I got a text message that said January 16th, ESPN Plus 61, Las Vegas, Nevada, Austin Linga. Because the card was originally actually supposed to be in Vegas because I told him I don't want to go to Abu Dhabi. I don't want to do all that. I want a quick 3-day trip to Vegas. And I wanted to be able to bring my wife, and that's our favorite place to hang out and stuff and travel. We like the city and all that, so that was what I wanted. So they were just going to get me on the next Vegas card or whatever, and we'd had fights fall through with Sean Woodson. I pushed really, really hard for a Nate Landwehr fight. I threw my name in the hat for a guy named Julian Arosa or whatever came back that fight. I threw my name in there, like a bunch of stuff that kind of fell through, and Austin's name was just the one that came up, and I just tried to say yes to everything, and I needed a payday, so it didn't really matter, I guess.
For sure. Now you guys have had time to look at him, check him out a little bit. How do you feel like against him?
Good. With anybody, I'm well-rounded. He's a tough guy. Seems to have a pretty decent gas tank. He sets a hard pace. He's got some knockouts. Hits hard. He's got some submissions. He finds himself in some good spots. Usually after he's put the pressure on a guy or maybe hurt him or whatever. He's definitely not like a boring guy. I don't think he'll try to like jab and leg kick and run and try to score points, or like be the guy that takes you down and holds you as hard as he can, but never tries to advance position or whatever. He's an action fighter or whatever, which is good for me too, because it creates more opportunity. There's more, while he's attacking, he's not defending. There's more openings. And, if we're engaging on the ground or whatever, there's more scrambling opportunity. So if the guy is an action fighter, that's really all I want, because that creates opportunity. It's hard to fight a guy that is only trying to defend or just wants to squeeze you. But a guy like Austin or Billy before, or whoever, just somebody that's just doing work, they're not focusing on defense, so it gives you opportunity as well. So super happy about the style matchup. I think it plays really well into me. Some people have me picked as an underdog. That's weird. you know, I've had a tougher lineup to get to where I am, I think. But either way, it's a good fight. He seems like a great guy. So I'm excited.
We spoke about the wealth of training partners. Who have you had that really kind of mimics what Austin's able to do inside the octagon?
I mean, how do I say this without being rude? Uh, I don't have to have anybody do anything special for him. If anything, I have to tell them, you don't need to use tool X or Y because he's pretty cut and dry. You know, he's not doing flying
He's not
knees
going to go out there
or
and wheel kick you.
no. He's a powerhouse fundamentals striker. Hard, hard ones and twos, hooks, uppercuts, leg kicks, and maybe some takedowns and you know, guillotine, rear naked choke, triangle. He's not gonna do an Imanari roll and do an inverted heel hook or whatever, you know. So it's just been just telling guys, you just do what you do, just come forward, put a lot of pressure on me, and you know, that's been it. And there's plenty of pressure oriented guys, you know, at ATT. So
Do you have an official prediction on how this fight's going to play out?
I think with our styles, it doesn't go to the judges. But there's a lot of variables that could happen. I could catch him early. I could wear him down and maybe he gets tired and we get a TKO. If he wants to grapple, I could submit him. You know, he's not somebody. He doesn't have the grappling caliber of like a Billy Q or a Bobby Moffett or some of the black belts I've fought in the past that have lots of submission wins or whatever. But I mean, he's well rounded too. I just think that I'm a little better everywhere, and I've got a little more experience. So I don't know exactly how it ends, but I definitely don't think it goes 15 minutes. But then again, neither one of us go away easy, and we're both tough. So when you get two really tough guys that are determined and that are hard to finish, sometimes it does go the distance. So just getting my hand raised and getting the win bonus is what's important, not the outcome. We'll just let that organically, happen.
Yeah, I have no doubt whether it's a finish or amazing knockout that it's definitely going to be a high-paced, very fun and fan-friendly fight.
I agree.
Now, I know you talked about not wanting to go to Abu Dhabi. Circumstances unfold. You're going to Abu Dhabi, unfortunately. Tell me, how do you feel about this whole excursion, going to Fight Island, doing all that?
I mean, it's cool. You get to, you get to travel and see new places. So that's a plus. But being away, they keep us a week here after the fight. I always go home the next
In
day.
Vegas, correct?
Yeah, no, they keep us in Abu Dhabi for an extra
Okay.
week. It's it's weird. I guess maybe there'll be a plus if there's maybe if they keep me long enough that I can watch one of the other fights or something. That would be cool.
There you go.
I saw an article today that said there's going to be for the first time there's these cards back in Abu Dhabi that there will be a limited number of people allowed.
I've seen that today as well.
That might only be for the McGregor, but I don't know. So if I get to stay here, maybe I get to see a fight or something. But I just don't want to be away for 3 weeks. That was annoying to me, especially a week after the fight. It's like, what are we doing? But not a super huge inconvenience. I just don't want to be away from my wife for that long, be away from home for that long, sleeping in hotel beds on a different time schedule.
Yeah.
Not able to go to the places I want to go, and so particularly after a fight, I like to take a week or so and just not think about fighting. And
Kind of harder when it's going to be in all
I'm going to
your
be on
friends.
Fight Island, so but it'll be cool. I'll get to see new places, take pictures. I'm sure a lot of people are envious. They haven't got to do a lot of traveling this year and whatnot. So there's pluses and minuses to everything. So
Now, you mentioned it, time zone, completely different time schedule. How you plan on adjusting? Do you plan on going off their time? Do you plan on just staying on U.S. time?
Yeah, I've had some people tell me that you need to try to be like nocturnal because they're gonna fight us at like 4, 5, 6 in the
Yeah.
morning, something. So that means you'll probably leave to the venue at like midnight or whatever. Try to get your sleep in the afternoon, whatever. But I've had also people tell me, no, stay on Florida time, because the way they're gonna have you fight back home is gonna be in the evening. So try to stay on your. And then I've had other people tell me, just get sleep when you can. Don't stress about it. If you're not training or doing an interview or eating or whatever, get some sleep. And if you got to get an hour or two here and there, whatever, that's not anything to freak out about. I'm sure it'll be weird the first day or two, and I'll get it down. The time change, the only thing that's gonna make it weird is being able to like talk to my wife or people back home or whatever. That's or like trying to time your social media posts
Yeah.
at the right times, like stuff like that. But as far as the sleep goes, just get sleep when you can, and yeah, that's how it is. And then after the fight, if I want to sleep all day, I can. So it's
When it
like
comes to your fighting style, what can the fans expect from you on Saturday night? Or not this
uh,
Saturday, but next Saturday night?
I mean, if somebody looks at me the wrong way this Saturday night, we'll fight then too. But just action, a lot of action, a lot of diversity. Adaptability, but I look for action. I've got multiple submissions, multiple knockouts. If there's been one gentleman as a professional that I've gone to decision with, we fought twice, and he was just really really tough, and he doesn't get finished by really anybody. And but I finish people. I find a way to do it. Whether it's knocking them out, whether it's submitting them. I've submitted jiu-jitsu guys. I've knocked out strikers. It's just people underestimate me for whatever reason. I don't look big and scary. I mean, but there's some guys that look like they're chiseled out of stone. That's never been me. I don't look like a scary fighter type guy, and that is everybody's downfall. They always end up getting finished. So look for action and entertaining, crowd pleasing style, cool, fun stuff. And if I've got any ounce of energy, I use it, and I think fans appreciate that. Guys can sometimes they'll get clinched against the cage. They'll be on top, or they'll just be at a distance, and where they're not engaging and striking, and they'll try to take a moment to catch their breath. That's never been my style. I try to just always be accomplishing work. If the round is going and we're still fighting, I'm always trying to score points, and I just think that's important for you get the most work, you learn the most from your fights. So you might as well go get work in. Don't dance around and do nothing. Go out there, mix it up, and get in situations so that you can learn, create opportunity for your finishes, but also you'll gain new fans when you go out there and fight like you're supposed to. So, yeah.
So when are you guys taking off for Abu Dhabi? You're in Vegas
We
right now currently.
Yep, we're in Vegas right now. We got to be at the hotel lobby at 3 in the morning. We will be shuttled to the airport, and I think the plane takes off at like 6. It's like an 18-hour flight. So, and that, but we might have like a layover or something. I know there's a time change. So, basically, a whole calendar date we will spend on the plane, and we'll end up getting there like the 9th or something. It's weird, but we leave early in the morning. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to take too much more of your time. I know you're on a crazy schedule as it is preparing for this fight. But I do want to give you an opportunity before I let you go to give a shout out to your sponsors, teammates, loved ones, anyone that's really helped you along your MMA journey.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people behind me this year that have sponsored me and really helped me stay in Florida for training camp. I quit teaching. I was a full-time martial arts instructor and a part-time professional fighter. When I got the UFC contract, I became a full-time professional fighter, and I no longer I don't teach anymore. We moved to Florida, and we did it all day, every day training. So my sponsors were the ones that allowed me to do that until I could get this first fight under my belt. So now you see TV, Grow Fellas, Offbeat Collectibles. They're a group on Facebook. Check them out. Clarksville Gutter, Makotech Mouth Guards, Robin Hooten Massage Therapy, WorkHardNeverSettle.com, Tattoos by Thomas. Man, there's been a lot of people. Cumberland Tree Service. Let me make sure I'm not missing anybody. And Still Nutrition, Proper Nutrition, Gulf Breeze, Harris Holt Martial Arts, First Round Management. And there's been a lot of other people that have helped me along the way, but I've had a strong support system this year, and they will be largely responsible for my success on the 16th and into the rest of 2020 as we climb the rankings.
And where can the fans find you on social media?
Yeah, you can. I don't use my Twitter because I hate Twitter, but you can find me on Instagram at Jacob Kilburn UFC. Sometimes it'll be training stuff. Sometimes it'll be a meme. Sometimes it'll be a Bible post. Sometimes it'll be a picture of me hitting somebody. It's just I mix it up, and if I think it's interesting, I post it. And I'm on Facebook too. You can follow me there. But yeah, Instagram is where I operate most of my stuff for sure.
There you guys have it. This is Jacob Kilburn, featherweight out of the UFC, fighting Austin Lingo here in a week and a couple of days. Can't wait, man. Super excited for your fight. Thank you for taking time out of your day. I appreciate it, and can't wait to talk to you again, man.
Absolutely. Have a good night, man. I appreciate it.
You have a good one.